Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Have you ever heard a sound that made your skin crawl, your brain tingle, or even brought back a memory so vivid it felt like you were reliving it? What if I told you that certain sounds can literally rewire your brain? Sounds crazy, right? But stick with me because today we're diving into the weird effects of hearing certain sounds on your brain. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll never listen to the world the same way again. Think about it. Life is basically one giant soundtrack, right? From the birds chirping outside your window to the gentle hum of your fridge, we're surrounded by sounds all day long. And while we might not give it much thought, our ears are constantly picking up these vibrations and sending them straight to our brains where they can influence our mood, our actions, and even our memories. Yep, you heard that right. Our memories. Imagine you sitting in a cozy cafe sipping a warm beverage while the soft melody of a piano fills the air. Suddenly, a familiar song starts playing, and before you know it, you're transported back in time to when you first heard it. You could almost feel the excitement of that moment all over again. Well, that's no coincidence. Our brains have a remarkable ability to link specific sounds to vivid memories and emotions. It's like having a personal soundtrack that takes us on a journey through our past. But hold on a second. Why does this happen? Well, it all boils down to the intricate workings of our brain. As sound waves travel through our ears, they trigger a chain reaction in the auditory cortex, the part of the brain responsible for processing sound. This area then activates other regions, including the hippocampus, which plays a crucial role in memory. The result: a powerful connection between the two. So when we hear a song that we associate with a particular time in our lives, our brain instantly transports us back to that moment, complete with all the emotions we felt back then. Now, I bet you've had a similar experience, maybe when you heard a song that reminded you of a special event or a place that meant a lot to you. Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Let's start a conversation going. Here's the deal. While most sounds fade into the background, some can seriously mess with your focus and productivity. Think about it. You're trying to get work done, but every time you sit down, you're bombarded by construction noises or a constant stream of notifications. Ooh, these distractions don't just annoy us. They hijack our attention, making it tough to stay focused and get things done. So how do these pesky sounds affect your brain? Well, it all comes down to something called selective attention. When faced with multiple distractions, our brains struggle to filter them out, leading to what feels like a never-ending game of mental tug-of-war. Research shows that this constant distraction can actually change the structure and function of your brain over time. Yep, you heard that right. Change your brain. It's like your brain is being rewired to crave instant gratification. No wonder it's so hard to resist the temptation to check our phones every few minutes. But guess what? It doesn't have to be this way. By understanding how sounds affect your brain, you can take control and reclaim your focus. So let's dive into some practical tips. Tip No. 1, identify your sonic triggers. Pay attention to the sounds that consistently distract you. Is it the buzzing of fluorescent lights or the muffled chatter of coworkers? Once you pinpoint the culprits, it's time to take action. Step 2, create a sanctuary. Designate a space in your home or office where you can escape the noise. This could be a spare bedroom, a quiet corner, or even a cozy nook under a tree. The key is to find a place where you can minimize distractions and focus on your work. Step 3, embrace the power of noise-canceling headphones or earplugs. Invest in a good pair of noise-canceling headphones or earplugs to create a bubble of silence around you. These handy tools can block out unwanted sounds, allowing you to enter a state of deep focus. Now, let's talk about a phenomenon that's as intriguing as it is unpleasant. You've probably experienced this before. You re-enjoying a nice meal when suddenly the sound of a fork scraping against a plate sends shivers down your spine. Or maybe you're driving on a highway and the screeching of tires makes your skin crawl. Well, my friend, you're not alone. This strange reaction is known as sound-induced disgust or sonically evoked aversions. But wait, there's more. Researchers believe that this aversion might be rooted in our primal instincts. Certain sounds could trigger an automatic response in our brain, making us wary of potential dangers. For example, the sound of a screeching tire might remind us of a screeching animal, alerting us to a possible threat. Our brain's little survival mechanism kicks in, urging us to pay attention and take action. Talk about an intense reaction. It's important to note that this isn't a universal experience. Some people might not react to these sounds in the same way. Now I'm curious, what sounds make you feel queasy? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's keep this conversation going. And here's a question for you. Did you know that exposure to certain sounds can literally change the way your brain functions? That's right. It's not just about how you perceive those sounds. It's about how they impact your brain on a cellular level. Imagine listening to Mozart's Symphony No. 5. As the music fills your ears, it triggers a cascade of electrical activity in your brain. Different instruments and notes activate various regions, creating a complex symphony of neural activity. Over time, this repeated stimulation can lead to changes in the strength and efficiency of connections between neurons. In other words, your brain is physically adapting to the music. It's like the brain is putting on its dancing shoes and shuffling its neurons to the rhythm of the music. This process is known as neuroplasticity, which means your brain is literally molding itself in response to the sounds you hear. Isn't that incredible? But wait, there's more. This isn't just a one-way street. Your brain's response to sounds is a dynamic process. It's like a conversation between your ears and your brain. Your brain interprets the sounds and sends signals back to your ears to adjust and perceive them differently. For example, when you hear a loud noise, your brain might send signals to your ears to reduce the sensitivity and make the noise more tolerable. Isn't it amazing how your brain and ears work together to create a harmonious balance? So the next time you put on your headphones and immerse yourself in music or even engage in a lively conversation, remember that you're not just hearing sounds. You're sparking a neurological dance within your brain. And let's not forget the curious case of the uncanny valley. You've probably heard about this phenomenon when it comes to facial features. There's a valley in between, where things get creepy. So when it comes to sounds, use that robot vacuum cleaner or the voice assistant on your phone. At first, it might seem pretty cool, but as you hear the robotic monotone and slightly off timing, a sense of unease creeps in. You might start thinking, who's controlling this thing? Is it really working on its own? This weird feeling is the uncanny valley in action. But why does it happen? Well, it all comes down to our brains trying to make sense of the world around us. As we interact with our environment, our brains build up a library of sounds that we associate with certain objects or actions. When we encounter a new sound, our brains compare it to the sounds in our library to figure out what it might be. However, when a sound falls into the uncanny valley, it doesn't quite match anything in our library. This mismatch triggers a response in our brain, making us feel uneasy and even a bit scared. It's like our brain's little alarm system going off, warning us that something might be wrong. And just like that, the simple act of hearing certain sounds can send shivers down our spine. Now, I want to hear from you. Are you fascinated by the impact of sounds on our brains? Do you have any theories or experiences you'd like to share? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation echoing. So there you have it. The next time you find yourself immersed in the wonders of ASMR, wincing at an unpleasant sound, or reliving a cherished memory through music, remember that your brain is orchestrating a remarkable journey through the labyrinth of your mind. And hey, if you found this video as intriguing as the science of sound, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more mind-blowing insights. Thanks for joining me on this sonic adventure, and until next time, may your brain always be open to the symphony of knowledge.